With the full text of the LOA being released on Monday, we thought it prudent to provide more information about this important section of the CBA. There seems to be some general confusion of why it is in our CBA, how and when it is applied, and the protections it provides for us. This language was included in the 2015 CBA in Article 11, Section 3, which is titled Furlough Mitigation. Its main purpose is to do just that, to mitigate or reduce the overall number of furloughs and downgrades should the company desire to reduce staffing. By capping the line construction value at 82 hours, the company is obliged to keep more pilots on property. Without this governor, the company could cut further down to the bone and then have pilots remaining on property fly 100-hour lines to cover the fun. This is overall cheaper for the company as less pilots reduces synthetic, soft pay, and benefit costs. CBA 11.B.3 protects us from this scenario. In the special circumstance of the COVID pandemic, it could be argued this provision had the opposite effect, limiting line construction values for no good reason. We were so overstaffed, this language had no impact on mitigating the furlough of 68 new hire pilots. This language never contemplated a scenario where flying would be so drastically reduced, yet pilot staffing would remain at pre-COVID levels. Generally, the company would furlough under these conditions. The language was included in the original COVID MOU-1 for two reasons. First, it was automatically triggered when the company furloughed 68 new hire pilots. It was included in the MOU language for clarity so that our membership would be aware the provision was applied. Secondly, in this instance the company did want it because it was advantageous. Every hour flown over guarantee is an added cost when you're 80% overstaffed. Because this limitation does have a material impact on those senior enough to be awarded lines that credit above 82 hours, it should be considered that this group will always be the first group to, quote, sacrifice whenever there are furloughs. With the amount of flying that was available pre-COVID, the size of this group from both seats is not insignificant. To recap, whether or not 11.B.3 is considered advantageous or not, it remains in effect while we have furloughs. The ratification of LOA number 8 has no bearing on this. Neither a yes nor no vote will remove the 82-hour line construction limit. The next item that causes confusion is adding credit above 82 hours. The language in 11.B.3 is specific for line construction values only. The restriction on the ability to add credit after line construction above this 82-hour cap was a bargaining condition to allow for SVB in COVID MOU-1. Although we were not the first pilot group to have an SVB type option, we began negotiating for it long before it was prevalent in the industry. The company wanted to be able to fix costs as much as possible while modeling the spend on this crazy new SVB concept. The union, for its part, wanted our membership to have an option to remove themselves from an unknown and possibly dangerous situation. Remember, at that time, there was a struggle just to secure PPE. In the end, SVB was a win-win situation for both groups, and very popular with the membership. This limitation did, however, disenfranchise those who wanted to hustle and add credit by way of open time. When COVID MOU-4 sunsets on September 30th, this restriction is removed. It is not a condition of 11.B.3. For those who would not have been furloughed or downgraded, the LOA places no such restriction on them. This is to be consistent with our goal of creating an LOA that was an improvement for all, with no group asked to make a sacrifice greater than if furloughs and downgrades had run their course. Should the LOA fail to be ratified, we will have many more of our members on the street. We would certainly hope that in this circumstance, collectively everyone forgoes any open time pickups to facilitate bringing our brothers and sisters back more quickly. That will be a test of our character and our unity, but it is not a condition of our CBA. To recap, the ability of those who would not be furloughed or downgraded to add above the 82-hour line construction cap is not a condition of 11.B.3. The ratification of LOA 8 has no bearing on this. Neither a yes nor no vote will prevent that practice.